Let's discuss discrete and continuous variables. But before that, let's come to data. Any numerical data that we can have can be divided into countable or uncountable data. Countable data is, of course, as the name suggests, data that can be counted. For example, number of children in a school. Countable data takes in some fixed set of values. For example, the number of students. They can be 50 or 100 or even 0, but they would never be 50.5. Uncountable data is something that cannot be counted, but it is either measured or computed. For example, percentage scored by students in the class. These can take up infinite values like 56.78%. The countable data is also called discrete data, whereas the uncountable data is also referred to continuous data, also because it can take continuous values. Let's visualize. Now let's go to Hogwarts and look at the number of children in each of their 4 houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. The number of students in each house is a discrete data, until of course you count the headless Nick of Gryffindor. Also, the number of houses and the total number of children is also discrete data, as they are always countable. Discrete data is usually represented using a bar graph, as is shown here. Now, let's look at the percentage scored of all the students in Hogwarts. Here, we can see a sample data where we have a student ID and the percentage scored by that particular student in that year. Now, this percentage here is a continuous data. It can take up any value between 0 to 100. Now, let's try to plot this one. Continuous data is usually represented using histograms. Since percentage data is continuous, we club it into buckets. So the first bar in the histogram shows the number of students who scored between 0% to 5%, then 5% to 10%, and so on. Now, what is discrete and continuous variables? Simple. Just like data can be either discrete or continuous, so can be variables. The variable for representing discrete data is called discrete variable, and similarly for continuous variables. They are the variables which are used to represent the continuous data. In the examples we discussed today, the variable for the number of students is discrete variable, whereas the variable for percentage scored by the students will be a continuous variable. That's all for today. Thank you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.